What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm here to bring to you another vacuum that's in my vacuum collection, and it is, once again, another Hoover Elite. For those of you who are just tuning into the channel, or for those who may not have remembered me saying this in the past, or even for those who watch my channel without checking source material, you know who you are, will probably know that, or should know, that I love Hoover Elites. They are by far my most favorite series of vacuum, and they are the vacuum that got me into vacuum collecting, fixing, refurbishing, selling, and restoring. And I always try to snatch one up whenever a good-looking one comes across my path. And today, I am here to bring to you one that is not commonly seen in the vacuum community. Here I present a Hoover Soft and Light. This is one of the, I think, 4 to 5 variants of the Hoover Soft and Light. This one was probably the most basic of them all, based on the Elite 200 platform. Now, I should preface by saying this. The Elite 200 back in the late 80s to the early 90s was the basic of the Elite. It had no height adjustment or even a headlight or even onboard tools or even a little access door to use said tools. This is just about as basic as they come. And the Elite 200 was the original version that was all basic like this. But that model became less and less popular because people started gravitating towards the higher end models with features like carpet height adjustment or even headlights or onboard attachments. So the Elite 200 platform slowly started losing its relevancy in time, but that doesn't mean it was lost completely. It was still for sale under certain model names for those who still wanted the Elite but unfortunately couldn't afford the high-end models. And these Elite 200 style ones were sold very cheap back then. And this is one of them. However, this is like one of 4 or 5 known versions of the Soft and Light, if I haven't said that already. But this one being the basic, and there was a higher end model that was like this, but it had the onboard tools, and it did have the slide top bag. There was also a variant called the Soft and Light Supreme. There was a green version that was the side zip bag, and that one did come with a headlight and onboard tools. Then there was also another Soft and Light Supreme that was dark blue like this, that did come with onboard tools, and later on in that one's production life, it eventually gained the 12 amp motor. Whereas this one would slowly start to be phased out come the early 2000s, when the Elite lineup started transferring into 12 amp motors. So this is probably one of the last of the Elite 200 style cleaners, if you don't count the commercial Elite that they've kept going for 2007 until TTI took over the company. But I pretty much gave you almost the entire history of this model, so now let's go ahead and get into it. So, like I said, this one being one of the more basic models, it does come with the slide top bag, so you just pull that bag off and slide the clip off on either side to get access into your inner bag, which this, just like any of my other Elites, are running HEPA cloth type A bags for increased filtration. They filter so much better than even the genuine paper bags of the time do. You can run Y bags in these, but I would recommend doing the extra research and getting these Y bags because they're much larger than the A bags are much larger than the Y bags. You can pack much more dirt into these than you can the Y bags. So anyway, as we move along down here, you have our lettering on the front. This is Hoover Soft and Light, triple filtration. And down here we have your most basic of hood design on these Elites. It has no carpet height adjustment revisions or provisions, no headlight lens, no tool door or anything. This is just as bare bones as it gets. So as you can see, we have right here your Hoover lettering right up front. You have your brushed edge cleaning listed right up front instead of, for whatever reason, listed off each side. Cleaning effectiveness per amp, this one's only rated at 14.5. This honestly has no metric to the measurement and cleaning performance of this. This is just Hoover's famous marketing technique to make high-end models look prettier on the shelves, while also the more expensive models would be gravitated towards. And this one uses only 7 amps, so this one is pretty energy efficient, even in today's standards, that since everything is moving to 12 amps. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip this thing on its back to show you the underside. And here is the brush roll that's in it. It is the original single row brush roll with green soft bristles. Not the best brush roll. When I initially used this in many other Elites, but however my opinion has changed using this one, since this one has no carpet height adjustment and it has a fixed height setting. Because this sits so low into the carpet, this honestly performs better than it does in any of my other Elites that do have carpet height adjustment, to which usually I always set those in the middle. But since this one's a fixed height, this one has all the chance it can to dig into the carpet. This actually performs pretty good for even having soft bristles. And this is one of the later versions that has these cutouts right here in the middle to contour the base plate, unlike early ones that just cut into the ingest bars, and sometimes you lose bristles in the process. But that's not a major deal. But this is only a single row, so don't expect miracles as far as pickup performance, but it still does pretty good for what it is. And right down here is your fixed front wheels. And now let's go ahead and flip this thing on its back to show you the model number. It is Hoover Cleaner model U4249-030. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 7 amps, bag type A, your belt number right there, 38528-027, which that part number is now changed up to 38528-040. From the Hoover Company of North Canton, Ohio. For household use only, made in the USA. That is one thing I love about these. And to serial date these, this was 07 of 99. To basically preface by saying the first and second digit decodes the month, third and fourth will decode the year. So this was manufactured 07 of 99, so July of 1999. That's just how new these Elites are. Some of them have ran into the early 2000s. And there's right... Let's go ahead and flip this guy back up. And right here, you do have your cord mounted along the back here. Not the longest of cord. I think it's only about a 20-foot cord, so it's not terribly long. And right here, you do have your little power switch on the side here. That's a little plastic rod that runs down into where a main rocker switch is inside the valley of the motor. And I think I pretty much showed you all I can around this thing. So now let's get to the part you guys have been wanting to see, the turning on and demoing of this guy. Now, the only reason why I'm moving over to this side of the room is because the cord's so short. I wanted to show you guys as much vacuuming as possible because I'm pretty sure that some of you, that's what you want to see. instead of just my overview and yammering demonstrating the actual vacuum features. So let's go ahead and get to that. Now, typical Elite fashion, when these things are running, these things are pretty loud, but that's just the nature of these vacuums. They're just naturally loud. So headphone users or those with sensitive hearing, I would advise turning down your volume for this part of the video. So here we go. Such a smooth runner. Just wish the cord was longer, because this will make a very great cleaner to just grab, go, get the cleaning done, then you're done for the day. Well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video on the Hoover Soft and Light. Be sure to stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.